So for those of you that might be living under a rock and might not know, Canada's Wonderland has started construction on a brand new roller coaster coming to the park in 2025. Now, this is going to be a launch coaster and most certainly a coaster that is probably the fastest in Canada and breaks some records in Canada, along with maybe potentially one world record. But with that being said, this coaster is a pretty slow process compared to what we were used to seeing with Yukon Striker. So a lot of people have been discussing, are we behind? Is this thing going to open in August 2025? It's not going to be ready for April. And truthfully, even myself, sometimes it's been a little daunting to see the slow progress. And me being so used to covering Yukon Striker, I was like, well, this seems really far behind, blah, blah, blah. Well, Jake actually brought it to my attention that Leviathan was a little farther behind than this was when they were building it. And, we did our research using Google Earth images and all that, and that is simply true. This coaster is farther along in the construction process than Leviathan was same time year before its opening year. And I'm going to present that to you on the screen right now. So if you have a look, this was August 2011. And they had the footings for the station done, and they were just starting to do the lift hill around the beginning part of the lift hill there, and they had just the brake run done. And the ones that they had for the brake run and the lift hill weren't even poured with the threaded rod like our coaster for the 2025 season. So as you can see here is a great example of a coaster that was pretty early on in its stages of development as well, around the same time frame. So for those of you, including myself, you might want to take a sigh of relief because we're not that far behind based off of other projects. And I'd even like to further point out that a lot of the pre-construction things were done really early on in the winter and spring. So the electrical for this ride is pretty much complete outside of obviously needing the supercapacitors. Oh, that is not the right word. But a lot of the electrical is done for the ride, and there's just a little bit more that they have to do. For those of you that forget, they did lay the electrical for the first launch, even the little booster, down already. So we're pretty far ahead in terms of other aspects like infrastructure for the 2025 coaster. Now, let's look at ARC project. I want to talk about this because there's some interesting things to discuss. So if we have a look here for project, well, I'm not going to call it that, but for this 2025 project, as you can see, my prediction is there's phases of construction. Phase 1 is complete for the footings and caissons. Phase 2 is about to start inside the mountain and Extreme Skyflyers plot of land. You should see this start on Monday or Tuesday. Phase 3 will be the final phase, the most difficult phase, one where they have to work directly on guest paths and remove some supports of the current rides that house that one strip where Vortex's lift and drop is and Guardian supports right at the end of the lift hill. You're going to have to see those supports get removed to make construction a little easier for this project. So again, it's a very complicated section. So that is phase 3. So this is just my prediction that you have it in 3 phases: phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Phase 2 is about to begin. You see the tarps going up to prevent us from viewing inside the mountain. You see the caisson company's equipment arriving back in Extreme Skyflyers plot of land. Or I don't know when the construction update's going. I don't know if you've seen that yet or not. So just wait because it is in today's update. But yeah, so I just wanted to make this video because there has been a lot of discussion on, is this delayed? It's looking delayed. We look really far behind. Are you sure this is in 2026? And I wanted to present this evidence to you guys to calm you down. We're on track. Don't worry. It's a process, and we'll just have to sit back and watch. Anyways, thanks so much for watching today's update, and stay tuned for more construction updates. Bye.